어떻게 생각하는지 말씀해 주세요. 어떤 제안도 환영합니다. Tell us what you think. 어떤 제안도 환영합니다. How do we say this in English? 사무용품을 줄이는 건 어때요? How about cutting down on office supplies? 좋은 제안입니다. That's a good suggestion. Let's look at the whole dialogue. So in today's situation, they're in a meeting and they have to figure out, okay, we have, to spend less money. We have to cut down on expenses. 네, 그래서 제안 있어요? 그렇게 물어보는데, here we go. Let's look at the entire dialogue line by line. Tell us what you think. 어떻게 생각하는지 말씀해 주세요. 어떤 제안 환영합니다. 이제 여기에서는 사실 우리가 이게 좀 이렇게 그 예상 같은 게 좀 많이 없어서 뭔가 좀 줄여야 되는데 어떻게 생각합니까? So, we're open to all suggestions. We're open to all suggestions. 자, be open to. Tell us what you think. 어떻게 생각하는지 말씀해 주세요. We're open to. To be open to something means 뭔가 환영하는 거예요. Accept 한다는 거죠. So, I'm open to the idea. I'm open to the suggestion means 그만큼 제 머릿속이 열려 있는 거예요. Right, so I'm willing to listen. I'm going to think about it. Okay, we're open to all suggestions. 자, 어떤 제안도 환영합니다. To be open to. Okay, how about cutting down on office supplies? How about cutting down on office supplies? 자, 사무용품을 줄이는 건 어때요? So, 줄이다, reduce 생각하셨죠? So, cut down. Remember we learned that expression turn down? Okay, so instead of reject or refuse, in this case, reduce. There's another expression, cut down. 이 표현을 굉장히 많이 씁니다, 원어민들이. So, how about cutting down? 자, 줄이는 거죠. On office supplies. 자, office supplies는 사무실 용품이죠. 사무용품. Yes. 그러니까 이런 데도 줄이고 저기에도 줄인데 여기는 제안이 그거예요. So to cut down. That's a good suggestion. 자, 좋은 제안입니다. That's a good suggestion. Okay. So it's a kind of like, what do you think? Tell us what you think. How about this? Back and forth. Let's read that one more time. Tell us what you think. We're open to all suggestions. How about cutting down on office supplies? That's a good suggestion. All right, let's look at some key points. All right, be open to. Be open to. 자, 뭐뭐 할 용의에 있다. 뭐뭐를 받아들일 준비가 된다. Okay, I'm gonna listen. All right, I will think about it. I will think about it. All right, let's look at the example sentence. I'm open to making changes. I'm open to making changes. 자, 저는 변화를 받아들일 준비가 되어 있어요. So, if you're closed, actually, 그렇게도 말할 수 있어요. I'm closed, to that idea. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do it. I'm open to it. Okay, let me think about it. I think it's a good idea. Let's look at the next sentence. You should be open to people's feedback. You should be open to people's feedback. 자, 사람들의 피드백을 환영해야 합니다. So in this case, no, I'm not going to listen. No, my idea is, this is the best. 이런 것보다는 you should be open to people's feedback. So someone is telling the other person, hey, listen, 들어봐봐. 이런 것도 피드백을 다 받아들이고 뭔가 좀 you should be open to that instead of being closed. So if you are open to something, it means that you are absolutely going to listen and you're going to think about it and maybe even do it. Okay, so to be open to doing something. All right, let's move on to the next one. cut down on. Cut down on. Okay, so cut down on means to reduce. 뭐뭐를 줄이다. Okay, so 선생님, when do you use reduce or cut down on? Really, it doesn't matter. But I would say that native speakers really do use this expression more often. Okay, I need to cut down on my working hours. I need to cut down on my working hours. I need to reduce my working hours. 그렇게 한다고 그래서 틀리는 건 아닙니다. But this is actually preferred. 자, 근무 시간을 줄여야 해요. I want to cut down on my working hours. I want to cut down on 고기를 너무 많이 먹었을 때도 I want to cut down on red meat. 이렇게도 씁니다. Alright, next one. We must cut down on expenses. We must cut down on expenses. 자, 지출을 줄여야 합니다. 나 회사에서는 좀 어려울 때 당연히 we have to cut down on expenses. 네, 왜냐하면은 it's better to cut down on expenses than to fire or to lay someone off. Okay, so cut down on means to reduce. Remember that. Let's move on to shadowing.